And then we come down to actually defining the JavaScript template that we want to use. And remember, we're going to be using multiple templates, so we're going to be passing this dynamic template value along here to a hard-coded ID. Um, so in our actual JavaScript template up here, we need to define an ID to the script tag. That's how we're targeting that a particular template. So I'm going to take this naming scheme, product layout underscore, and I'm going to call this underscore A. So this is our first template. And the A part is defined below here. We'll get to that in a second after the mustache line here. So this is the only unique function to mustache.js that'll be going on. We're just going to define the HTML variable, and mustache.to_HTML, we pass two values along. We pass the template, which is defined right here, and we pass the data that we want to use. In this case, we've got our our object up here. We called it product details. Remember this array up here? So the product details node, the value there for that is our variable that we defined here with all of our information from our product detail. That's what we pass along. And so normally, or not normally, but it can be either JSON here or an actual object like this. And so in BC, again, we don't have access to JSON data for the product details, so we're going to use this actual object that we've created. Okay, and then down below here, we're going to uncomment this and save. We're saying to our target container, basically output this HTML using jQuery's HTML. And that's it pretty much as far as the JavaScript to pull all of this off. And we see what's unique here to everything that we've done in the past as far as manipulation of the DOM for the product detail, that there is no HTML here. This is void of HTML, and that's really solid JavaScript programming when you're void of styles and markup. So here, when the DOM is ready, what are we going to do? We're going to actually run this function. And we're passing a variable along with this function, and that is tag custom1. So for each product, I'm going to define A, B, or C in the actual custom field for each product. And we're going to fire off that function. Okay? And then down below here is our failsafe for anything inside of the div with the class of product large, which is a system-driven class which wraps this entire product detail. Right now I'm just targeting the select drop down, which is the grouping. And if we're gonna kind of sniff for a change in that and run our function again. So if the user manipulates product grouping, it's going to fire this function off again, which we need to do because BC fires in content via Ajax. Probably familiar with that bug. Not really a bug, but behavior. This is our workaround for it. So that's it. That's the JavaScript in its entirety. It seems kind of crazy, but it's really not. You could take this as is and work with it very easily. So I'm gonna actually save this off and come out and refresh, and I think we should really see something happen here. We don't. So let's go into our inspector and see what's going on. So I'll go and inspect this element here, and I'm going to drill down to this and get kind of close. Get inside the shop main, go to the body, and inside the UL, inside the LI, there's our old layout. Here's our target output div, nothing going on there. Let's go to our HTML or our JavaScript template. It looks good. Let's go to the actual script itself and scroll down. See if we see anything obvious. Okay, right off the bat, this product here already has, it's in custom 1, it has a value of B. being outputted here. We actually don't have a B template yet, so we are in product name 1. So in the back end, let's go to Manage and E-commerce and Products and product name 1. We're going to come down to the custom fields, and we're going to define A here. So my testing, you can see I had another template. But in this case we don't yet, so I'm going to come out and hit refresh. And you can program around this too to say, you know, if it was empty, it would default to this template or something. You could very easily cover for that situation if the client forgot to define one. So here we are, our product details being spit out using mustache.js, and we see here, I'm not seeing any blips on the screen or anything like that. It's functioning very well. Add an item to my cart. There we go. So right there we've got our templating system in place, and everything is functioning as is. That's awesome. Okay, well, let's start to get crazy with this. Let's go back to the Develop tab. Hopefully our little product detail is still open. That's an awesome feature. Thanks, BC. Now, we've got our first template. Let's create another one. So if we use this as a starting point, let's look at our layout here and see what's unique about this. Right now, it's a really simple layout. Let's say we wanted to bring in product grouping and attributes and a couple more bells and whistles to this basic layout. So I'm going to copy this first layout. It's an actual template, is a JavaScript template, I should call it. And down in here, I'm going to add some new items. Okay, so I brought in some new code for you to look at. Basically, I just expanded on the existing layout that I had, and I'm just bringing in those keys, those actual values here, these keys. Remember, how I name them here is how I reference them into the template here. So let's look, tag that little in stock tag. So we reference the key in the actual template. And so here I've brought in the old template was just lacking stuff like capture details, attributes, and grouping. That's what I brought into this template, and this we're calling template B. So I've given it an ID of product layout underscore B. Okay, I've also thrown in some comments so it's real clear what's going on. So I hit save. Now if I wanted to change this particular product here, product 1, and give this a different template, all I have to do is go into that product itself, and here's where we're going to fire up our first multiple product detail layout. So I'll go to that particular product, down to custom 1, and say B. And I'll refresh. And now our product details changed a little bit. Okay, so let's go to product 2. Let's find a different product in here, product 2, and give it a different, and define its template as A. So we'll come down here, go to more options, choose A, and then save. Okay, so I'll go to shop, and so product 1 has this template here, which looks good. I brought in related products down here as well. And product 2, it's simplified. It just has the basic layout that we had before. There's no related products or anything on the page here. So right there we've got two basic layout differences. Now again, you could pull some of this off with CSS and JavaScript and such, but I can guarantee you that your JavaScript and HTML is not going to be as clean as this, and it's not going to be as easy to manage should the client want to change. Boom, we just got an email from the client. They no longer want special instructions inside of the layout B. Let's go fix that real quick. Now normally you would go in and you'd have to find that in the JavaScript and do all this crazy hocus pocus, but all we're going to do is target that template, which is right here. They do not want capture details. So I'm just going to comment it out in this case. Let's clear this out to be safe. And then hit save.